What's up, everybody? I hope everyone is having a blessed and beautiful Saturday. So, as usual, I want to get on here and give you guys a message about forgiveness and not forgetting, whoever you forgive, right? Because this is something that we all should do, in life is forgive, because remember, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. If you continue to, hold on to things, situations, the hurt that you endured from someone, it affects you, not the other person. That's why it is for you and not the other person. A lot of people, and this is something, like I said, a lot of the times when I give you guys a message, I'm speaking to myself too, because it's something that I had to learn for myself. Whenever you hold on to things, hold on to grudges, if you will, what that does is you harbor the negative energy, you harbor the hurt, and harboring negative feelings and grudges towards people is, I can't remember who exactly I heard it from, but this is what I heard somebody from. This is what I heard from somebody. They say you holding a grudge is like drinking poison. You drinking the poison, expecting the other person to die, right? Because you a lot of the times are so bothered still or so hurt still by what someone did to you, and they're not affected. Meanwhile, while you're over here hurt, depressed, a lot of the times when you're going through these emotions, you're either stressed out, not eating, losing weight, just all the type of negative emotions that you can think of. You're going through this turmoil within yourself. Meanwhile, they're living their best lives. They're not worried. They're not bothered. So a lot of the times too, if you notice, like when you constantly holding on to something, you constantly talking about what happened, even though it can have happened years ago, but you're constantly now still talking about it, Why? Because you haven't forgiven them and you haven't let that hurt go. And what that does is that continues to give life to the situation, that continues to give power to the person over your emotions. So have y'all noticed, like, because this is something even for myself, like, you get to talking about something that, a situation that happened when someone pissed you off, whatever the case may be. I mean, you be real mad. Do you notice when you start talking about it, even though it happened like weeks, months ago, do you notice that when you get to talking about it, you get mad all over again? Just think about that for a second. You get mad all over again. Why? Because you're still giving it life, because you're constantly reliving the thing of the past, the situation, the hurts, whatever it was. Hurt, somebody made you mad, made you upset, whatever it is, you constantly relive it. When you talk about it, you give the other person a power over you and your emotions. That is a no-no. Like, when I noticed that I was doing that, y'all, I had to be like, wait a minute. Like, and then again, when you see that the other person is good, they're good. So why am I continuing to feel some type of way, be mad, pissed off, when you're good? You have no care in the world about what you did to me, for real. So no, you got to learn to say, you know what? Let that hurt go. And a lot of y'all got to understand this too. Vengeance is not yours. So a lot of times too, we want to do tit for tat. Oh, because they hurt me, I'm going to hurt them. And again, me used to be me. Oh, okay, they did it to me, I'm going to show them. But guess what that does? You are now releasing that same energy that was projected onto you. You are now releasing that same energy into the atmosphere, and is allowing that same energy to eventually show back up to you. Why? Because what you put out is what you get back. So you got to think about that. If you want that same energy to end up showing back up to you, by all means, give that energy out. But me now, and the way I move, I'm not giving no type of energy out that I don't want back. So if you gonna continue to do me one way, nah, I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna let you do whatever you do. Like they say, whenever they go low, you go high. But some people like to go low and they go low. They go to, like somebody said, they go low, I'm gonna go to hell. Not me. I would no longer go low with you and you go low. Why? Again, because I do not want that same energy back. So y'all have to let that hurt go. Let it go. Because God will show up and show out for his children. He do not play about his children, y'all. He don't. So I want to give you guys, I go Bible, I go scripture, and I go Bible. Get used to that. So confirmation of how God shows up and show up for his children is, you think it's Exodus chapter 5, the story of Pharaoh and the children of Israel. Y'all, I can't even go into that, but because that's a whole nother message within itself. But y'all, that's one of my favorite stories in the Bible. When you get a chance, go read the story about Pharaoh and the children of Israel, which is again Exodus chapter 5. But anyway, that just again is confirmation. That's why I want you to go read that, because that is confirmation that God will show up and show out for you if you let him. So you don't have to worry about, holding on to grudges and, worrying about getting somebody back. No, let God get them back, because he'll do that. And it's something called karma too. They'll reap what they sow. So I encourage everybody to focus on forgiving somebody. If you still holding on to a grudge or to somebody who, did you wrong, whatever. Because we don't want no illnesses and no bad, negative, sicknesses, illnesses, anything, any other ailment coming as a result of stress and being angry. Because that is a result of all of those things, it's the sicknesses, y'all got to understand that too. Like when you harbor all those negative emotions, that brings negative things inside of you. So we don't want to create none of that. So as it results to forgetting, and this is a big one, y'all. Yeah, this is to me is even bigger than forgiveness, because I say that because some people get it confused. Whenever you forgive somebody, forgive them. But they say, don't forget. And the don't forget part is so you won't ever allow that to happen to you again. Or no other situation like that to happen to you again. For you gonna always remember, like, nah, not only what they did to you, but how it made you feel. You can be like, nah, it's never again. That's what the not forgetting part is about. But some of you forget. I mean, y'all seem like y'all forget because y'all feel like, oh, because I forgave them, I'm gonna have them in my life all over again. Like when the person decides to want to show back up, oh yeah, I'm about to have them back in my life again. And that's fine if that person has changed, because people do change. So let someone back in your life who now is a better version of themselves and who now can, show you something different, or just overall that other person is just non-existent for real. That'll be okay. But if this person has not changed, and you, being the kind-hearted person that you are, feel like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna allow this person back in my life, what do you think is gonna happen? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna play with you again. They're gonna hurt you again. And those same emotions that you used to feel, or that you felt, is gonna come, but only this time, it's gonna hurt more. Why? Because you're gonna feel so played and so stupid for even allowing a person back into your life. And understand this: God does not heal you for you to go back to the same thing that made you sick. Ooh, let me say that again. God does not heal you for you to go back to the same thing that made you sick, or the same thing that hurt you, or the same thing that made you depressed, or the same thing that had you want to commit suicide. Whatever it was that negatively affected you, God did not bring you out of it for you to go back. And a lot of you do that. Like you feel like, oh, I forgave them, so yeah, you good, yeah, come on back up in my life, yeah, and disrupt it again, because that's basically what you're asking for. If you allow a person who has not changed and who you know that, 9 times out of 10 that they're gonna do it again, you allow them back in your life anyway, and then as a result, you going on a roller coaster ride with the same thing happen over and over and over and over and over and over, a cycle that you are choosing not to break. So again, when you forgive somebody, don't forget. And if they haven't changed, don't allow them back into your life. Unless you want the same thing to keep happening to you over and over and over again. So remember that, and just again, I encourage anybody to forgive. It's not for the other person, it's for you. It's for your healing. It's for your peace. Most importantly, it's for your peace of mind. So again, as always, be motivated and stay inspired.